What is up, guys? It's Brillymister here and welcome to today's video. If you do enjoy the video, then don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment and subscribe, and hit all the links up down below to Twitch and Discord. Enjoy the video. What is up, everybody, and welcome to my top 5 personal favourite skills or best skills to train over double XP weekend. Thought it'd be rather fitting one at the moment, seeing as we are currently midway through double XP week. Don't know how you guys are doing, but at the time of filming I got like 28 hours left, so I'm getting close to halfway. But you know, let us know how you're getting on and how much time you got left in the comments down below, along with what you're training, and if you have any personal suggestions or anything you feel like I've missed off the top 5 or best skills to train, drop them in the comments down below just so other people can see what you're training, or you know, I might always miss a very good method or very good skill here, so just for everybody else to be able to see what they're doing and what everybody else is doing in and over double XP weekend. Anyway, let's get into the video. So before we properly get into the video, I want to get a quick disclaimer out of the way. As always, the top 5s, or with my top 5s, they are my personal opinion, and it's what I think and believe is the best. You guys may have differing opinions. Like I said, drop them down in the description below. The most important thing to remember about double XP week is pretty much all skills gain some benefit from being trained over double XP week. Like I said, these are my personal opinion, they're the best. There's a general consensus that expensive skills are the ones that you want to train, because not only do they save you time, they save you some money as well, which again is more saved time if you think about it, because you don't have to go make the money. And the most important thing is, it's up to you what you train on double XP week. If you find something enjoyable that you want to train, go ahead and train it. There's no one going to stop you. But yeah, this is just personally what I believe. So the first skill up on my list, and coming in at 5th place, and definitely goes down as a solid, it's pretty decent to do over double XP, is crafting. The main reasons being, crafting with most of the main or the normal methods for training it is pretty expensive, especially if you're going to be doing anything with making dragon hides or cutting gems. I think is pretty much the main way of doing it nowadays. It's going to be very, very expensive, therefore doing it over double XP weekend not only saves you a lot of time cutting gems, which is a pretty tedious process, but it's also going to save you an absolute ton of GP as well, which then, like I said earlier in the disclaimer bit, it's going to save you a lot of time having to go make that GP as well. I personally put it as one that I do on double XP weekend, or would be willing to do on double XP weekend, as I personally think it's a pretty unenjoyable skill. Therefore, I want to get it out of the way as quick as possible, so double XP weekend is the ideal time for it. The reason it only goes 5th in the list, and I haven't put it up further, is you can train it pretty well without using double XP weekend. You can train it pretty slowly for complete free doing harps, and it's completely AFK. In fact, that's how I got 99 on my alt account, and it's probably how I'm going to do it again on the Iron Man. Failing that, you can also now do it using portables with making urns, and I believe it uses the lunar spell, like Fire Urn, one of the new lunar spells that are out. It's not something I've personally tested, but I believe my crew has a video on it if you want to go check out that method. So coming in 2nd on my list, and well, 4th place because of that, is Divination, and this one actually comes into the fairly rare category of it's actually quite good for Iron Men over double XP weekend. And I'll explain this quickly. It's not due to the fact you get any more XP, because obviously, as you all know, Iron Men are immune from double XP, and yeah, you don't get anything like that on Iron Men. But the fact that there's an FC called Core Hunting, and everybody's saved up all their cores, so for the entire of double XP weekend, or the entirety of it so far, I'm like 3 days in, there has been constant cores spammed on World 9, so it's like a big party, and it's basically constantly there. So even if you're an Iron Man, you're getting massively increased Divination XP, just from the fact that you can like just AFK in the middle there and click on the Krez or the sword thing or whatever comes out. So even on Iron Man, it's definitely, Divination is a worthwhile skill to train on double XP, and it's basically what I've done on my Iron Man. I just parked it there, AFK'd, and got to level 95, so I can do incandescence for divine charges, which is awesome. But anyway, back to Mainscape. It's actually, you're going to get slightly more than double XP from Divination here, and that is, like I said again, due to the core parties. It's more than you're going to get normally, as well as the fact that it's then doubled through double XP weekend. It's a decent one to train, because it is quite a slow skill to train if you train it off double XP weekend. However, the only reason it's in 4th and doesn't go higher is, this is for main and Iron Man, is there's already too good of a daily way of training it, and that is caches. And even with double XP and doing this, you're not going to be much more efficient than just doing your caches every day. So it's kind of like good, but almost a waste of time at the same time. If you just do caches every day, that's pretty much the most efficient way of doing Divination, especially if you're an Iron Man. because you don't get the double XP from this. But there you are. Nevertheless, it's definitely going on the list in 4th place as a pretty decent skill because you get a bit more than double. So next up, and coming in 3rd place on the list, is Summoning. It's another really solid choice for doing over double XP weekend, and it's one that you can potentially save a massive amount of time on your account, as you can get a lot of prep done beforehand. Not only like the other skills can you just buy all the bits beforehand to do over double XP weekend, Summoning is kind of a gathering skill. Like, it takes a long time to gather enough charms to get any kind of decent progress, and as you can do this all between the double XP weeks, you can gather it all up and have tons and tons of charms in advance. So it's going to save you a massive amount of time gathering charms, as well as the actual time making the pouches. So it's like double the XP per hour over making them, and then you save the time again from having to gather half as many, which is absolutely awesome. It's also going to save you a lot of GP, especially if you do it over ALOT hour, as you'll get an extra 20% XP as well on top of the double XP for that, which is absolutely awesome. So it's going to save you a lot of GP, and it's going to save you a big chunk of time gathering. And Summoning's another really popular choice just from the fact that I was here on a random world when filming this, and the amount of people that are running backwards and forwards. I wasn't even on a main world. It's pretty ridiculous how many people are doing Summoning over double XP, and especially as they're spread out between the worlds rather than all being stuck to one world like you are with portables or something. Yeah, Summoning's definitely another very solid choice for training over double XP weekend. Save yourself some nice cash and some nice time. So now we're on to the big ones, and coming in as the runner-up in 2nd place, it is Construction. This actually put itself forward as a pretty close one for being 1st for me, purely because of how painful the skill is to train just off double XP weekend. It's a really quick one if you're not level 99 already to do over double XP weekend. It can be done in like 10 or 12 hours. It's like a mil XP an hour easily if you train it in your house rather than at the portable workbenches. So it's definitely one that's worth doing over double XP weekend. The only reason I put it in 2nd rather than 1st is because there's really no incentive to train it past 99, so it's going to be such a quick one to get out of the way. That doesn't mean it's not going to be a painful one to get out of the way still, but it's definitely a quick one. It can, however, now be trained on portable workbenches to make flat packs. Again, it's not something I've personally tried, so I can't comment on what the XP per hour is like there. However, I imagine it to be a little bit less painful and a bit more AFK-able than training it in your house, but I'd imagine it's slightly slower XP. Construction does come with a big asterisk at the moment though, as just as double XP weekend ends on the 16th, there is a new training method being released for Construction, and we don't know too many details about this yet. All they've said is it's going to be a less expensive and less intensive way of training the skill. But for now, Construction remains a really good skill to train over double XP weekend. It's going to save you a lot of money in planks and a lot of clicking. It's a very intensive skill to do. So that leaves us only with 1st place left, which you will get onto and see in a second. So in 1st place, and I'm sure quite a few of you guys could see this one coming, it is going to be Herblore. It's a very expensive skill to train, and it actually has a lot of really useful unlocks at high levels. In fact, it goes past 99, it goes all the way to 120, and there's useful and decent unlocks all the way, whether that be in Elder Overloads or the salve versions of those, Vuln Bombs, all that kind of thing. It's all unlocked at the higher levels, and it makes Herblore one of the skills that is actually worth training past 99, especially as it actually goes to 120 rather than being a virtual 120. It's very, very fast XP on double XP weekend. If you're making overloads, Vuln Bombs, or sort of power bursts or anything, you're going to be getting millions of XP per hour, which it makes it go by very, very quickly. You should be able to get 120 Herblore if you've got the funding and the GP to do so, over 1 double XP weekend if you go pretty hard, or at least over 2 if not. In fact, Herblore's now got to the point where double XP weekends are so frequent, being every 3 months, it's almost not worth training not on double XP weekend, just due to the increased cost and the fact that you're only really ever just over like a couple of months away from another double XP weekend. So I know personally that every time I need to make more overloads or anything like that, I'm just going to save it up and do it again on the next double XP weekend, as I've probably got enough to get through until then. So yeah, Herblore is definitely the 1st place one for me. It's just so worthwhile, and the amount of people training it, well, I will admit I'm on a portables world here, so it does look very crowded, but the amount of people training it over double XP weekend is ridiculous, and yeah, there's not really any reason to train it off double XP weekend. So that is going to conclude today's top 5. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for all my future content. And as always, there are links in the description to Twitch and Discord. Anyone else that would like to, feel free to come and join and chill in the clan chat, The Casual I Am. And until next time, guys, See ya.